Shadowbrook at Shrewsbury always comes up on my feed, and I'm pretty curious about how much it costs. Luckily, someone submitted a quote to the Wedding Pricing Transparency Project, so we can take a look at the pricing. If you're new to this page, we do wedding venue price breakdowns using the PDF submitted to us through the Wedding Pricing Transparency Project. If you want to see any of the PDFs that we talk about in these videos, just head to tooltogether.com. A lot of times we're looking at the full pricing PDF, but today we're going to be looking at a quote that someone submitted. So while this isn't an entire pricing PDF for Shadowbrook at Shrewsbury, this is different quotes for different days and a couple different months. There's a lot to unpack here in this quote, so we'll start with some of these numbers on the top. This shows pricing for a couple different dates, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And those one at the top look to be in April, given that it's 4/10, 4/7, a couple dates in May as well. So the base cost for a Saturday and some of those spring dates, the adult minimum is 200 guests. Price per person is $350 per person. Service charge is 20%. And then there were some calculations done to show the per person cost, I'm assuming with the service charge, tax, with the ceremony. So that's $473 or $486 per person with salon and ceremony. For Friday pricing, that per person cost comes down to $300, and that estimated total is $409 per person with the ceremony or $422 for the ceremony and the salon. A Sunday is even cheaper, so that per person cost is $265 per person, and that total with the ceremony is about $364 per person. There's also a couple handwritten notes here that estimate a slightly lower cost for a 2026 Saturday, but that per person cost for Saturday still ranges between $450 to $460 with that ceremony. Doing some quick math, you can estimate that a Saturday wedding with 200 guests, which is the minimum, would range from about $90,000 to $95,000, and that's for your catering and venue costs. So if this is just the cost for your venue and catering, your total budget here really should be between $150,000 to $200,000 at least. So that's a quick look at the pricing for Shadowbrook at Shrewsbury. If you have any other pricing for this venue, please feel free to submit it to us. But you can see this quote and more than 3,000 other pricing PDFs on tooltogether.com through the Wedding Pricing Transparency Project. Be sure to follow us for more venue breakdowns.